Wham Bam East Van Show.
Welcome, Tyrow James, to the Wham Bam East Van Show. Please introduce yourself.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Tyrow James coming from the beach house here in an undisclosed location in the Lower Mainland. Just having a few drinks and hanging out with Linda for the Wham Bam East Van Show. Let's get it.
Yeah, baby. Now, you just posted that you're doing a show in October 30th in Princeton?
That's right. Happy Halloween for me, I guess. Liz Mantle from the Shit Talkers hit me up, and she's got a new band and a whole new dance going there. So she said, Tyrow, come on out, Princeton. I said, okay. I never played in Princeton before, but we're going to do it. We're going to put on the costumes, and I'm going to roll out with a gang of folks. We're going to hit up I think it's the Legion, the Princeton Legion, October 30th. That's right.
Amazing. So are you allowed to tell what kind of costume you're going to be wearing that day?
You know, I don't know. I had a couple choices at the costume store the other day. I thought about maybe like an Artful Dodger, Ashy Larry kind of deal, like a little raccoony kind of guy running through the streets. I thought maybe some sort of a time traveler, maybe a steampunk time traveler with the whirly glasses and the long coat. I don't know. I'm still undecided, to be honest.
Okay. Well, let's talk about your previous Halloween costumes.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any favorites?
I do. There was one recently. I did a show in Whistler. I was Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell. I bought the jacket. I had the bleach blonde hair. Not long enough to slick back, but it was good enough. I had the Bayside Tigers maroon jacket. Everything. The acid wash jeans. It was very early 90s looking.
Awesome.
It was fun. And I performed in Whistler, so it was even more fun to perform in such a ridiculous outfit.
Oh, perfect. Okay, now let's talk about one of your songs.
One of my most recent videos, Vegas to Van, a little thing I did with a homie named Charlie Madness, aka Charlie King from Las Vegas. We hooked up before I went on a vacation to Las Vegas. He did a verse for me on one of my songs, and I thought, hey, we're going to be in town pretty soon, let's do a video. So we shot the video with my stuff in Vegas. We met up for the first time ever, didn't even know each other, just met him online, and it was all good. We went to some awesome spots in town. He took me around to some of his favorite locations on top of buildings overlooking the Vegas skyline. Check it out on YouTube. It's called Vegas to Van, Tyrow James, featuring Charlie Madness. And then, of course, because it's Van, there were some shots filmed here in Gastown. Actually, when the pandemic first started in Gastown, we went out and filmed, and it was completely empty, and it was pretty crazy and pretty fun, I gotta say. So that is a video and song that have not only caught on with my fans recently, but it's one of my recent favorites that I've made myself.
All right, so I see in the background here, what are your influences?
Well, you know, I've always said I've been a punk and rap guy. It was Beastie Boys back in the day, bands like Dayglow Abortions, SNFU, awesome Canadian punk bands like that helped me get into the rap scene and get my attitude kind of to where it needed to be to match my stage energy and my presence, you know. But recently, you know, I needed that new kind of kick, as the Cramps would say, right? I needed to get on that new kind of shit. So I've actually been listening to a lot of K-pop recently.
Check it out.
I mean, these are two of my most prized possessions. FX is a K-pop group from South Korea. This album here is the Pink Tape. It's autographed by all 5 of them. Sadly, a couple years ago, one of them actually committed suicide.
Oh, no.
So it not only makes this morbid, but it makes it also one of a kind at this point, in as far as collectors go. But on its own, this particular album is widely acclaimed as one of the best ever made in K-pop. And believe me, it's really good. Like, if you're into girl group K-pop, that is for you. Also, of course, Blackpink is hot right now. Everyone loves Blackpink. And everyone knows probably about Twice as well. Twice is another girl group from the K-pop world. And it's just caught on with me in a way that I never thought imaginable. It's just the music puts me in a mood that feels like I just feel happy, but not like overly happy. It just kind of makes me feel optimistic, not so down in the dumps. And then that will lead to like me getting inspired to write a song, you know what I mean? Not a K-pop song, but a Tyrow James song, you know what I mean?
That is so amazing. Like, how did you like even get into it? Like, how did you even start listening to K-pop?
It was my girlfriend, to be honest, who got me into it. She was playing a lot of Blackpink and other bands like Everglow and Momoland, and it just kind of caught on about 3 or 4 years ago. I kind of listened a little more each year than about a year and a half, 2 years ago. Me being a physical media collector of CDs and whatnot, I started getting my hands on the physical copies of the K-pop records, and they're packaged so differently than Western music is. They have, you know, booklets and posters and photo cards, and it's so different. I can't even explain it. You have to get one for yourself, or if you have one already, and check it out for yourself. It's certainly it's different, but it's fun. It's fun, and it makes me feel good inside, and it'll make you feel good inside, and you know what I mean?
And only girls, or do you look at the boys too, the BTS? Or?
No, I'm not into the boy bands. You know, it honestly kind of reminds me of Spice Girls back in the day. I was a little kid. I liked Spice Girls, right? You know, I'm like, oh, pretty girls, right? But they were so good and so talented. You fell in love with the girls, then you fell in love with the music, right? And it was like it's a trick from record labels.
And I noticed you also help with music videos. So why don't you name some of the few music videos that you've done throughout the years?
Well, I've done a lot for the Shit Talkers, who are a local punk band from Vancouver. I've made about 4 or 5 videos for them. They were pretty high profile. They got a lot of hits. I've made videos for a lot of rappers, Hazmat Crew, RC the Hazard, Vicious 5150. If you're into local rap, you know those guys. I've done stuff for, I've done so many videos, over 100 videos for local artists. It's crazy. Some of the groups aren't even around anymore. It's been so prolific, you know what I mean? But my favorite customers is definitely Shit Talkers, are definitely fun to work with.
Awesome.
And Danny Echo is another band that I've done a couple videos for, and he's even had me on one of his songs too. So a lot of times when I work with artists, they'll do that. They'll have me do a video for them, and then they have so much fun, they'll hit me up and we'll do a song together, and then we'll shoot a video with me and them in the song. So it's even more fun, you know, more networking and more artists just collaborating together, doing cool stuff.
Now, how can people find more of your music?
Well, you can find an entire decade of my stuff at tyrowjames.bandcamp.com. That's Tyrow James. You can find me on all your favorite streaming sites like Spotify, Tidal, Napster, all that junk, whatever you use. SoundCloud, I'm on that. It's Tyrow James. Facebook, Tyrow James. YouTube, where all you can find my videos on YouTube, Tyrow James. Lots of playlists for all the content that I've made for not only myself, for other people, and just random stuff. It's all there. It's hours of entertainment. Trust me, you'll get lost down the rabbit hole.
Excellent. So be sure to follow because
I have something very new, fresh, and exciting coming soon. It's a very special project that I've put together. It's something that all my fans will definitely like, and I think people in Vancouver will be very, very stoked to see what kind of tricks I have up my sleeve. It's coming very soon, so stay tuned to all my socials and add me on all the socials you can, because you won't be disappointed.
Thanks, Tyrow, for coming on the Wham Bam East Van show. Wham Bam
East Van.
Yeah, baby.